Sag, this is Mimi with Divination by Mimi. Welcome to your February 1st through the 15th, 2018 tarot reading with a little bit of astrology. Not much to talk about now, believe it or not, after last month and the eclipse. That was a lot of energy. So you are a mutable fire sign. You rule the ninth house, which tends to be about travel, higher education, expansion, ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is obviously an expansive energy. Everything that it touches, it makes bigger, grander. At the moment, Mars has just recently made its way into your constellation, brings that more of that fiery energy to your ninth house. Maybe a little bit, you might feel a little bit more energy. You might feel a little bit more motivation for things. A little bit more, not ready to fight necessarily, but impassioned about things in general. That Mars brings that energy to it. It's kind of the sex drive in a way as well. So that's a very positive thing to have in your constellation. You just lost Saturn, got rid of the old man Saturn, who's now in his home constellation of Capricorn. So again, not a whole lot going on in your part of the chart or in the sky in general as of the first couple of weeks. We will be having a new moon with a solar eclipse coming up, but that'll be closer to the day, and I'll be doing a lunation video for that. This is a 4-card pull, and it's based upon some situation in your life. Could be personal, could be work, career. So the first card is that situation that you're sitting in or feeling or experiencing. Second card is a positive aspect of that. Third card is a negative aspect of that. And the fourth and final card is any advice that Spirit chooses to give. I'm using the Universal Rider-Waite-Smith, which is just a recoloration of the original Rider-Waite-Smith deck. And I've got the cartouche here for clarification if we need it, if something's not clear. So let's get into it. This is for Sagittarius for February 1st through the 15th, 2018. For mutable fire, Sagittarius, ninth house ruler, fun person, always curious, always wanting to expand and grow and explore and learn. Likes travel, loves to learn, loves to get to the truth of the matter, finding the raw cause or truth in any situation is a Sagittarius thing. So this is for Sagittarius for February 1st through the 15th. Holy Hecate, cosmic soul, great mother. What's February bringing for the first 2 weeks, 1st through the 15th, to Sagittarius? What are they feeling? What's on their mind? What do they need some clarification on? Some light shed on. For Sagittarius, February 1st. Thank you. First card out, Page of Swords, a message of sorts, an idea perhaps, positive. Either the end of a relationship, an intimate relationship, a love relationship, or the end of a partnership. Negative aspect is the Empress. So it looks like you might be waiting for a message about a relationship, and you may not be acting in your highest octave. Overall advice here. So you got the Ace of Wands in reverse. The essence of the wands, rods, are fire, passion, energy, creativity. You got the low octave of the Empress. This is a major arcana, which means it's a karmic life lesson. So it's important. The low octave of her, or the low octave of Venus, excuse me, which rules her. Yep, there's the Venus pillow right there. Her low octave can be several things. Sometimes it is vindictive, petty, jealous. She tends to, on her low octave, smothering. And as it relates to sexual interactions, which I think this might be, because of this Ace of Rods, that Spirit is suggesting that you chill this passion that you're feeling. it can be about an overabundance of sexual energy. Sexual energy is wonderful, but when it loses the connection with the rest of the body, the heart and the spirit, it can become somewhat, I won't say malignant, but pointless. It doesn't bring growth. It doesn't bring growth. Ultimately, it just becomes too much of something, a saturation of something. I think what we're talking about here is actually jealousy. So on her low octave, there's a jealous nature. This is the negative aspect of the situation, and you're waiting for some kind of message, or you are giving messages. And it has to do with a couple that has possibly your own relationship, which has ended. What's fueling this tends to be passion, anger, jealousy, and there's a lot of sex around this. There's a lot of sexual energy around this. So either you're departing from a relationship, or you're leaving a relationship which was just that. It was the other party was petty, was vindictive, was jealous, very ego focused, and this message, these messages that are coming from them are not healthy. And spirit is suggest. I mean, this almost looks like a phallus. If you look at the top there, it's very akin to a phallus. So it's very much, it's passion, everything that Absolute brings to the world. But it is, but I think this is sexual. I really think that you should, I think spirit is telling you that this is all this relationship was sexual. There was really no true coupling, no true love or mutual respect. There was vindictiveness, there was jealousy, and it wasn't even real jealousy based upon fear of losing something. It was sexual in nature. This relationship is very, very sexual. So don't look, in other words, put this in some water, take a cold shower, kind of divorce yourself a little bit from the relationship and see it for what it was. If the sex was great, that's awesome. But very often, sex can be so awesome in a relationship that it blinds us to narcissistic behavior, to behavior that pushes the boundaries and oversteps the boundaries of someone else's will and health and well-being. And I think that you're kind of holding on to this relationship. You're holding on and thinking of that, woo, that hot sex, but God, that was so good. Couldn't I just get some of that back? And there's kind of this thinking that you can message and be in contact with this ex without it having an impact, and that's just wrong. You're a fire sign, and Mars is in your chart, so there's not a big surprise that there's a fiery, passionate, kind of sensual energy going on here. But it's not on the high octave, and there's something to learn here, okay? It may not necessarily be about your sexual behavior, but it may be about how you prioritize that and what you're willing to put up with, vindictiveness, jealousy, narcissism of your partner to maintain that good sex. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Refocus your attention, reprioritize what you need. I know a good lay can knock the socks and the brain out of anybody, but don't let it fool you for what it really was, which was, it may have been a great lay, but it's attached to so many things that come with it. It's not worth it. You can have a great lay with a good partner, a partner that's nurturing and fulfilling versus someone that appears to be draining. I hope that makes sense, Sag. I hope it helped. If you have any questions about the video or comments, or the reading rather, leave them in the comment section below. Or you can email me, especially if you'd like a personal reading. You can email me. You can email me at mimimemes@hotmail.com. You'll find that email address in the description box below the video. If you would like to subscribe, I'd love it as well. That way we can keep a dialogue going about all sorts of things like the lunations, your sign, And you'll get the note every 2 weeks. You'll get your readings up and ready to go. They're general readings, so if it doesn't resonate, consider looking at your moon, your ascendant, and even your Venus placement. If you think it might help someone, share it. It might. Otherwise, if I don't hear from you in the comments or with a personal reading, then I'll look forward to seeing you for the second half of February and for the lunations. You take care, Sagittarius.